So today I'll be showing you how to make some vegan meatballs. So these meatballs are made out of beans and oats. That's pretty much the whole makeup of them. That's actually all there is to them. I mean, there's a couple of other things in there just for a bit of flavour, but basically just beans and oats mixed together makes the meatball. Even though this is just a meatball dish, I will be throwing in a pasta sauce and some pasta just for good measure. We won't be making our own pasta for this dish because we don't want to take too long. We like to make everything fast. You can go ahead and make your own pasta if you prefer that, but otherwise just the packet stuff will work fine. So let's get started. Okay, start with the food processor and put in 2 cups of oats. And blend this down to a powder. Right, that's about that. So now put in 2 cans of red kidney beans. So that's probably like 600 grams of beans probably. But anyway, 2 cans of those. And blend that again. Okay, so that's mixed together. So now put in 1 onion and 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. And just combine this together. Okay, so that's all mixed together. It's sort of formed a kind of a dough. So now we need to mix the spices into it. Okay, now take a mixing bowl and put all the mixture into the bowl. Okay. So as you can see, this is basically sort of like mince, essentially. Same sort of colour, same sort of texture. You can work with it basically the same way. So mince is the basis of any meatball dish anyway. So now that we've got the base, everything else after this is pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to add some flavour to it now. So I put here a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and a pinch each of black pepper and cayenne chili powder. So just put that in. And just a small dash of soy sauce. So about a teaspoon should do it. Right, just mix that together. So we've made the meatball mixture, obviously. At this stage, we're going to oven bake it. So the reason we oven bake it is because that extracts the liquid from inside the meatball, so it sort of dries it out a bit. And that brings out a sort of a meatier sort of texture at the end of the job. Whereas if you prefer, you can actually pan fry these instead, as you would for other meatball sort of mixtures that you make. If you pan fry them, the inside will stay moist, and that will come out more like, say, if you were to cook medium rare meat, for example. It comes out more in that category. But if you prefer to hold a nice shape, be a bit more meaty in texture, then just go ahead and oven bake it, which is what we're going to do. Okay, so of course we're going to oven bake these. So take a baking tray here, put the mixture over here, take off a small amount, and just roll it into whatever size meatball you're after, like this, and put it straight into the tray, and just repeat that with all the mixture. Alright, so there are all the meatballs onto a tray. You can fill the whole tray up, they have no reason to spread out. And what you need to do now is put this in your 180-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Depending on your oven, you may have to flip them halfway through, but usually they should be fine. So about 15 to 20 minutes, and that should do it. Okay, so while that's cooking, we're just going to make a quick pasta sauce. So take a pan, put in about a tablespoon of oil, and a teaspoon each of cumin seeds and fennel seeds. Just let that heat up for about 10 seconds or so. Okay, now chuck in 1 clove of garlic, 1 chili. Just another few seconds on that. Okay, now put in 3 cans of tomatoes. And some spices here. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, and 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. Put that in. Mix this all together. Okay, so keep this on a medium-high heat and cover it and leave it to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so the last thing to do is to cook the pasta. So I've got some boiling water here. And I've got a pack of this. This is fettuccine. You could use spaghetti or whatever really. Got about 500 grams of that. I'll just put all that in. Alright, and cook this how you would cook it. I'm just going to put it to boil for about 10 minutes or so. But any way that you usually cook pasta is fine, and that should be it. Alright, so I've just taken the meatballs out of the oven, and they've come out looking pretty good. So they're all well cooked and ready to go in the sauce when that's ready. Right, so that's been 15 minutes, that pasta sauce there. So just take that off the heat. Let's have a look through that. It's good. Alright, what you want to do now is need to blend this. So you don't need to blend it, you can leave it chunky like this if you prefer that, but otherwise you want to blend it. Just remember, when you do go to blend it, if you don't want it too hot, just take that chili out you put in, or don't put it in the first place. But otherwise, just get this blended together. Right, so that's finished. Sauce is all blended. So what you need to do now is take some of the meatballs that you made and put them all into this sauce. So you're doing this, of course they can start soaking up the flavours of the sauce a bit. The meatballs being in the oven are just a touch dry, so this will give them some moisture as well. So just put these in. Coat them all. He's looking pretty good. Alright, just leave that there to soak while the pasta finishes up. Okay, so there is the meatballs dish finished up there. So the thing with the meatballs, you saw when you soaked them in the sauce for a bit. The longer you soak them in the sauce, the sort of soggier they become. So you can just get that to the right level that you like them. If you leave them in for a really long period of time, the meatball can sort of break down a little bit, not too much. If you want them to be a bit more dry, then just put them on to the pasta and put the sauce straight on. You don't have to actually have to leave them soak, but it's really up to you. But as you can see, it's come out as quite a nice looking dish. Got the pasta in there, meatball sauce, so it's pretty much what you'd expect. And that's about it. So yeah, enjoy.